Hey everyone, it's Senior Tech here, scratching another video at YouTube's timeline. Okay, so today's video is very subtle, should be short and sweet. So just as a heads up, if you're not interested in video games as far as like Dragon Ball Z, you can feel free to, exit the video, or if you want to, just to learn about it and to just listen to me elaborate on it and try it out yourself, please feel free to, stay tuned. Have some pretty interesting things in this video. Okay, so let me say, Dragon Ball Raging Blast series is my favorite Dragon Ball Z brand, or my favorite kind of Dragon Ball Z games that is out here. I like it better than Budokai Tenkaichi. I like it better than Burst Limit. I like it better than Sagas. I like it better than Fighter Z. I like it better than Xenoverse. Just almost, pretty much everything. Just Dragon Ball Raging Blast series is just at the top of my list. It's a really old game, but I still feel that it actually works better than Xenoverse. Xenoverse do have some pretty interesting mechanics that I hope they could probably implement on the Raging Blast games, but I think overall Raging Blast is more of the perfect Dragon Ball Z game, and I think of it because of the gameplays, the controls, the character roster, the appearance of the characters in the first Raging Blast and the second Raging Blast, and also the different type of modes and like the freedom to pretty much feel like you are one of the characters.
Because I'm not done improving yet.
Alright everyone, this is Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. Check out this lovely intro conducted for everybody to see. I actually did, have my game on mute just so I can talk. And I do have one with the music, which I will play a little bit of. I guess I have a different CD than everybody because it's, for some reason a different theme song. But look at the gameplay, or actually the intro, not the gameplay, I'm sorry. The gameplay is somewhat similar to this. The characters are really detailed. Just look at that, like the scenery. They took the time to do this. And it's a lovely intro for a Dragon Ball Z game. I can't say Super or GT because those factors, and also Dragon Ball was not incorporated in the game, but if it was, this would have had a bigger character roster than even Budokai Tenkaichi 3. The characters aren't bulky like they are in Battle of Z. The characters do not look like action figures like in Xenoverse. They look pretty close to like the actual characters, which is lovely. And this is a PS3 game. Just look at this, PS3 graphics. Imagine it on PS4 or PS5. Alright everyone, so this is the character roster for Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. Keep in mind that this is a PS3 game. The graphics in this game is pretty unique. They do have fingertips more spherical like, but just imagine it on the newer system. They have over 100 different characters, including forms, and each of them are they all kind of have their own unique abilities, but a lot of the animations are pretty similar. So what I'm gonna do just for everybody is I'm actually gonna use your hero Goku in his base form. I actually do want to go over this as well. So you can actually customize your special attacks. There are a variety of well, not too much of a variety, but it gives you somewhat ability to customize so it can throw your opponents off guard. And there are a lot of custom items, so you can make yourself unbeatable in battle. Let's just use this one. I'm not gonna really change anything. There are just a variety of things like just so you just have to play the game yourself and really get used to this menu, because there, like I said, there is a variety of things just going on here. You can definitely, you know, whip yourself up a really strong character. Some of these menus are long, so I advise for like new gamers for Rage and Blast series to not take long, because it can be irritating waiting for people to look through all these items and just customize their Z fighter. Okay. But yeah, I am going to use your Hero Goku for both Dragon Ball Rage and Blast 2 and Xenoverse. And just want to also emphasize how there is also several different costumes. There's usually 2 for everybody, but like I said, this is a PS3 game, so they were just trying to be quick with it. So, and actually, I will incorporate this one in as well. I'm also have Vegeta in his base form, and I'm gonna wrap up this. And I'm going to have maybe 2 of my favorite villains, which is, I like Boo-Tanks. Like, you don't see Boo-Tanks in really any of the games but this one, which is awesome. You actually don't see the Piccolo version of Boo, but you do have Boo-Han and also Super Boo. Like, there's a wide variety of characters on this game, which is really cool, and they don't really leave anybody out that I can recall, except for like Garlic Jr. But I'm actually going to use Boo-Han, and also Janemba. And keep in mind that in Xenoverse, they didn't add Janemba or Boo-Han until Xenoverse 2, when they, you know, advanced their mechanics and stuff. I'm not saying that I don't like Xenoverse, but I just was pretty curious. I think Xenoverse 1 was like a kind of a test to see how the game would go and what people would say about it. Alright, leave it right there. Sorry about the camera, you guys.
Alright,
not
ready?
streaming from the game.
I'll make the pain go away. It'll only hurt for a moment.
Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys some things. You know, this is your fly up and down, which is really nice. You do have control. The only thing you can't do is really run around. You pretty much fly everywhere. You can also speed up wherever you want to go. It just feels so free when you're playing this game. And you know, everybody have the charge up ability, so you like, unlike Xenoverse 2, you can just press a down button and just charge up your ki. And you can also go to high tension mode or Rage and Blast mode. And like, you can actually modify these things in the menu for the items. As far as attacking people, there is a wide range that you can, kind of like Xenoverse 2, there is a wide range of what you can do. Like, except I do see a difference in like, there's lower ones, there's high ones where you can attack people up. So like that one, you just keep pressing square and like hold the triangle up, and then like this one, that one's holding down. You can chase after them, or what they call a pursuit. You can still attack them, and most of the time you'll miss that, but this is really nice. You can also jump in the game, and based off the custom-made super attacks that you put in the game, you actually can do those attacks, like Kaioken times 20, Kamehameha, which has some nice, pretty destructive effects to it. There are a couple that I actually didn't include. You can also shoot like ki blasts just at random. They do take ki. You have signature attacks, which you can send your opponent flying, which is really realistic. And in order to like pretty much recover from that, you do have to mashing buttons. You don't have to worry about stamina or anything like that, which is really nice. It is pretty realistic in terms of like a Dragon Ball Z game, but it is kind of nice to have something that will stop your opponent and leave them phased for a while. But you also do have the ability to do in-game transformations and also like switch characters and also like do fusion and stuff like that. And here's one example of a transformation. This is the cutscene that you will see. It appears like this for all transformations. And the good thing about it is that even if you are a Super Saiyan, you can go immediately back to base form, and that's simply because you transform into a Super Saiyan. But you can go straight to base form just like that. But if you transform to Super Saiyan 2, you actually will go through a cutscene. It's kind of complicated, but it's when you're in base form, you can go right back to Super Saiyan 2. Um, and even with the transformations, you actually do move a tad bit faster. Your attacks are also accelerated as well. Like you do kind of have the same combo set, but the way the combos are executed is different. For example, Super Saiyan 2, and this is also the example of a power down. This is the cutscene you will go through, but you can go right back to Super Saiyan 2. And like as you can see, the combos, they're the same button press, but it's a tad bit different. The appearance of the move set looks completely different. Like it's a lot faster as well. Here's a Super Saiyan 3 transformation, currently Goku's ultimate transformation. And you go to base, and like I said, you can just go right back to being a Super Saiyan 3. The combos are a bit more powerful, a bit faster. You'll find yourself feeling like a Super Saiyan 3 while in the process of playing the game. But you'll find yourself really getting carried away with the freedom of just basically playing the game. And like I said, you do use the right analog stick to use your super attacks. It's really convenient. I actually do like it better than holding specific buttons, but it does work really well, especially since we really don't use the right analog stick anyway. Alright you guys, so I went on ahead and resetted the video. Let me get right to where I left off. So I'm going to show you guys my favorite fusion. My favorite fusion is Vegito. So I'm going to show you guys the in-game fusion, which is really nice. I'm going to show you for Vegito and Gogeta. All of them are pretty nice. You can't do this in Xenoverse 2. I wonder why, but you know, it's really nice. Like I said, just everything just feels so much better. Like even when you use fusion, you just feel many times stronger, and the transformation just feels so. Everything feels wet in the game, like just everything. And you can do like, these are some mechanics that you can still do even as other characters. You can do a super rise, same with that, but you can also do the double dash, which was incorporated in Xenoverse 2. Obviously, you do have to be careful with how you use it. You have to have the right timing. Kind of like this. If you execute it that way, it'll be so much easier to use the double dash. Some of the things in the game are time-based. You do have some interesting little maneuvers like dodging, throwing, and also teleporting. everything is pretty unique to the character. The fusions just really make the character feel lively and fast, especially if you start off separate and then you fuse. You'll definitely notice the difference between the character.
Because I'm not done improving yet.
Alright, you guys, this is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Sorry about the graphics. I unfortunately I should screen record this, which I might do. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and screen record this as well so you guys can get better visuals. But, let me wave to kind of, let me see. This is where I am talking. So I'm going to salute right as I say now. Okay. Alright, you guys. So let's go on ahead and go to... I actually do like this feature of Xenoverse 2. You can look around, you know, walk around and run and talk to other different type of people. Unfortunately, it's pretty hard with using online features and making connections. But I am going to do the same thing that I did with Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. So I am going to go to training. And since I can't actually have a team, I'm actually going to just, you know, have our hero Goku. Not in, yeah, kind of like that where he can go Super Saiyan 3. I just love Japanese voices. And these are my custom characters. I like them with the uniform, but I honestly do not really... I like custom characters, but I rather customize the Dragon Ball Z characters themselves, because I don't want to mimic my character to be so much like theirs that it's just like, what's the point of me having a custom character if this is my favorite character? So it's just something along the lines of that. So I just like using the main characters just because it's just so much better. I'd rather level each of them up than, you know, just, you know, really my own characters. But it does have a pretty wide range of characters. As you know, there's not really too many this is how we're gonna transform, you know, many of those options. There's just many different versions, which is really nice. The character selection, I actually wish you can go Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue with just this regular Goku and like another version of this one, just to go like GT, the GT version of Goku. I wish he was able to transform into Super Saiyan 4 or maybe a Great Ape or something, like while he's just in this form, so that way we wouldn't hold up too many slots. And I actually do like the idea of, you know, just being in the transform state already. I just feel like it's a drain key based off of which form that's used. You know, there's a lot of different versions. You know, like I said, it is pretty wide, especially with the super villain characters. My favorite character in the series and also in this game, obviously, is Hit. Hit is my favorite character. He's awesome. He is the first character that's been in, actually, I think in any game that's Dragon Ball Z related. Yeah, that's the reason I got this game, actually, was because of Hit. Like, I said I'm only going to get the game just because of Hit. He's a damage one. And there are a lot of versions, like I said, and I'm actually going to go to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Alright. I'm going to stop recording, and I'm actually going to start recording right as the... Well, let's start. There we go. Okay. Alright, so here's one thing I actually do like about Xenoverse. I do like the jumping. Everybody spins kind of do the same animation. I love the fact that you can run around, and you know, I had some questions about, like, I hope Raging Blast 3 incorporates stuff like this. I love the Hyperbolic Time Chamber as well. I think it should be a place where people can train and actually destroy stuff. Like, if they fire Kamehameha, you know, just things would destroy, kind of like that. I don't think you can destroy the building, let's see. You know, you can go on the inside, explore it a little bit, but there's not too many options. Yeah, you can destroy the bed. Oh yeah, you can destroy it. That's awesome. Okay. And just by tapping that, you can destroy it. And you can't really... I think you can do heavy attacks, but you can't do regular attacks. And I also do love the fact that you can lock onto your opponent, which is really nice. And one of my issues is also you can kind of customize your supers with based off of which version of the character you use, which is not, you know, it's nice to have it for the specific version of the character, but I'd rather be able to go Super Saiyan 3 and use some moves that may be like on a just, you know, the Frieza arc Goku and stuff like that. I actually do have a preference of wanting to customize my character to my fitting. It's just the kind of customization I want rather than characters. And switching through the menus is very complicated. It do have some cool visuals for the super attacks. As you know, I'm just smashing the light attack button, just smashing it. Now I'm going to show you guys the combo while in Super Saiyan 3, and I want you to compare this to Raging Blast 2, just to how it has identical movements. Like, both of the movements look just identical. It do have in-game transformation without the cutscene, which is a pretty unique feature. You can also just mix up the combos as well, make it look really nice. You can probably get some like really cool combos. You know, and I also love the fact that you can hit backwards, so in case someone just teleports behind you, you can stop them. Also, one of the weaknesses with that is the perfect guard, but I'm just showing you just different ways that someone can basically mix up their attacks and stuff, and it's not really that bad. I mean, you can pretty much edit it and kind of do it the way you want, but I don't know. Ultimate attack is, you know, I just wish you can kind of maybe just customize it more. I do love the visuals of it though. It looks amazing. Really amazing. But if I could change something, it would just be the, can I customize Goku to the way I want him? I think that's every gamer's wish, you know. Created characters is nice, but I think what they want essentially is to be able to use their favorite character and just basically, you know, use their moveset to kind of create an unstoppable character. I think with a customization character, you should be able to basically make your own techniques, blasts, sword attacks, anything just like in that category. You don't necessarily have to use moves that's already existed. The game should fully be unique. I don't know if they understand where I'm coming from, but that's just my personal thoughts. But yeah, in air combos, light attacks, you'll get stuck with the same visuals. But yeah, that's about it. There's not much to talk about.
Because I'm not done improving yet.
There you have it, you guys. I just wanted to express why I think that the time for Dragon Ball Raging Blast 3 is long overdue. I know it'll take a bit of memory from our PlayStations, but I really want to see another Raging Blast game, and I'm pretty sure a ton of other people as well wants to see another Raging Blast game, just so they can play it, you know, compare it, say, okay, I think this should be the last Raging Blast game. And even though the gameplay is different from Xenoverse, I have a really good feeling that a lot of people are going to like it way better than Xenoverse. And probably even the internet features, it'll probably work better than Xenoverse. And then just I just think that it'll be wonderful and easier to function than any other Dragon Ball Z game. Um, there's some perks about like Xenoverse, Fighter Z, and everything that can be implemented into um, or morphed actually into the Rage and Blast games. But overall, I still believe that the Rage and Blast series is a really, really great series for a Dragon Ball Z game. Well, please give me a thumbs up if you guys want. Tell me what I can do better, and if you want, please feel free to subscribe. And scratch like a tiger, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.